This is Tailgate Talk, presented by Tarpon Blue.
In this series, we're going to show you everything Texas and its surrounding southern states has to offer from our very own tailgate. We'll take you from life on the farm and the ranch to the big city lights. This is Tailgate Talk. Come along for the ride.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Tailgate Talk. I'm Joey Van Hecky and I'm here with Trevor Weinaug, and we're at Weinaug Western Arts.
How's it going, everybody? I appreciate you coming out and seeing how things roll.
Well, Trevor, how'd you get started with all this?
So I started in 2016, probably October. I was in college and I was building knives at the time just for fun, and then I needed sheaths to do it, so I got on YouTube and figured out I could do belts, wallets, all that other fun stuff. So got into that and did that for about 6 years or so. And then I started getting into jewelry with a good friend of mine, and it's been jewelry ever since. So
So now you've transitioned more into the jewelry side of things, and kind of what is your specialty?
yes, so I started engraving. I was doing cuffs and other like little things like engraving on knives and things. And then I wanted to get into wedding rings because one of my requirements when getting engaged was I wanted to build the ring. So I started going down that rabbit hole and started accumulating all the tools and all that fun stuff. So I got engaged to my fiance back in September, and I did her first wedding ring, and I've been doing men's rings and then slowly transitioning into diamond rings, which is a little bit more complicated, a little bit more tools, but it's working out. So
Sweet.
yeah.
So you started with leather, you went to jewelry, kind of got into the ring thing,
Mhm.
and where are you headed from there, you think?
So I think once I get a big bulk of these men's bands done, which there's the line is long, I want to do all diamond rings. I obviously with the Western Arts, there's not a whole lot of makers that do Western engraved jewelry. So with the diamonds, I think I would have like a pretty good niche within that. So and kind of doing my own style, my own flair on it, and people are getting married all the time, and really with the leather and the rings and the jewelry, as long as I'm building something, that's kind of my like go-to. I don't know if it's woodworking, marbles, it doesn't really matter. As long as I'm building something, I'm in my happy place. So
Well, for sure, it's got to be rewarding to
Yeah.
see these people when they pick these products
Oh,
up.
yeah, for sure. It's funny you say that. When somebody messages me when they get it and they're all happy, I usually take a screenshot, because usually on those bad days where I don't want to get anything done, I'll go back and look through those messages and I'll be like, oh, it's worth it. Like makes my day a little bit better. So, and a lot of people ask me, they're like, because working here out of the house, they're like, you don't want to open up a storefront, but with just me, I don't have to worry about nobody. I can do it on my own time. There's a lot more flexibility and all that, so I think I'm gonna keep it as it is now and just expand the product portfolio, I guess.
Well, and I feel like even too, coming to the house, it's more of a personal experience than a commercialized storefront.
Yes,
setting.
yeah, it is. Which I don't do a whole lot of local business. A lot of it through social media, Instagram, TikTok, and all that fun stuff. I'm shipping all over the country. A lot of it's out of the country. So I rarely deal with local. It's only when I bump into somebody and they're like, oh, hey, I've been meaning to get a belt from you or whatever, something like that, is when I usually do that. So
you bring up a good point there with social media.
Mhm.
If people want to find you, how do they locate you?
yeah, so Instagram's my main one. It's Weinaug.Western Arts, and then same thing on TikTok, I believe. But shoot me a message on there. I have a website. It's under construction now, switching to the jewelry, so I'm trying to get it to where you can go through the website and customize the wedding band on size, material, engraving, all that fun stuff. So it's a little bit more, I'm not very tech savvy, so trying to figure that out. But yeah, both of those. Facebook as well. I had a business account, don't know what happened to it, so I have my personal. It's just Trevor Weinaug, and but Instagram's the best way of getting a hold of me and getting that done. So
All right, so can you go over just kind of how ring engraving works per se?
Yeah, so usually with them being custom, I don't do a whole lot of on-hand stuff. So what I'll do is I'll have obviously the customer will message me. I need to know what size, what laser engraving they want on the inside. I have variations of different thicknesses and widths and kind of what a ballpark of what they're looking for. And then I go ahead and order the ring blank. And once that comes in, I hand engrave everything on the outside. I don't hand engrave anything on the inside, but you do have the option to customize it. So I'll put initials, brands. I try not to get too crazy just because coming from the leather background, people are like, oh, I want a deer and I want green hall and like I want all this crazy stuff. And the amount of time it took to get that done, it kind of hurt productivity. So I keep it pretty limited to just brands and initials and stuff like that. So once that goes, I usually send them videos and text about or messages about where I'm at in the process. And it usually doesn't take too terribly long, but the line's getting pretty long. So
awesome. Well,
yeah.
We appreciate the time, and we'll catch you next week on Tailgate Talk.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for tuning in today, and thank you to our guests for sharing their story. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you next time on Tailgate Talk.
We'll tell you things you might not know. Just stay a while, we'll make you feel